Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. And welcome to the Conscious Rebellion. You know, conscious rebellion, conscious revolution, we're in that consciousness right now where we have to choose which path we take. We have to choose what we're going to stand up for. We have to choose what we're going to let go of. We have to choose on how we come together. We may have differences. We may have different opinions. But when you look at the common foundation of all of our land, what is that we can all agree on that needs to be done? I'm a firm believer that no matter what your faith is, no matter what your preferences sexually, financially, economically, your opinion in life, fundamentally, do you come from a place of kindness? Do you come from a place of compassion? Do you come from a place of wanting to understand? Do you come from a place of wanting to do good in the world? Do you come from a place of caring? Do you come from a place of self-love? See, that first journey we have to take is the one of self-love. That self-discovery of how much you love yourself, why you love yourself, and how you can step forth in that love. So that's the beauty of it all. Love, corny as it sounds, as beautiful as it sounds, as elusive as it sounds. So many people are chasing love in the wrong places. You're looking for someone else to verify and validate and justify you, when it really is about you loving you for you and what you stand for and what you're here to do. What is your beautiful divine gift? How can you share it with others? How can others benefit from it? How does the world collectively, through the ripple effect, benefit from it? We get so much more with honey rather than vinegar. We get so much more when we come from a place of compassion and understanding. So much more from a place of non-judgment. Now, at the present moment, there are certain things being put in front of our face that we do have to judge. We do have to hold accountable. We do have to stand up against, because if we don't, we are going to see millions of people around the world being greatly hurt by it. And so this is a time period where we have to step into our consciousness and decide, are we going to step up? As the universe gave me 7.5 years ago, the universe is going to shake us up, to wake us up, for us to step up, to change it up, and to grow up consciously and vibrationally and grow up as a human race. We have certainly been shaken up. And there isn't a political arena right now in the world that is stable. There are some countries that have got it right. And you know how they got it right? They put their citizens first. They knew that if they took care of the citizens, provided them what they needed to have a good life, they work better. They flourish more in their personal life, less burden on the health arena, more productivity, more joy. And that beautiful vibration of living in joy is one of those consciousnesses that just, you are in joy, you exude joy, and others become joyous around you. We've got to remember that everything we say and do and who and are and act ripples out. So if we're in discord, if we're in distrust, if we're in hate, if we're in disillusionment, all of that uncertainty runs out. We have seen over and over and over again that hate and war and going to battle only ends up hurting people. The thing is, we have to choose our battles. Right now, the battle in America and across the world, anywhere that this person called Trump has imposed tariffs and has segregated America from the rest of the world, and now wants to segregate America from each other. They saw the TV show Handmaid's Tale. They read the book, and that's what they want. Barefoot and pregnant, women have no say, know your place. People of color become slaves again. Do as you're told. Worship the God on the throne, not in heaven, and all about control. Well, the thing they're underestimating is that people now for the last 15, 20 years have been taking back control of their own lives. They have been fighting their own tyranny in their own lives, their own battles against expectation and dictation, and you should and you must, and you won't be of value unless you do this. And they've already fought back against that, and people are still fighting back against that and saying, no, I am who I am, and I'm of value in who I am. When we have people who've stepped into their self-value, their self-love, their meaningful purpose, they are already in the consciousness. They have already risen. And in that consciousness, they do more good than they ever did in the expectation before. We have so many people that are in this conscious awakening now that it's going to be very, very hard to turn them to the dark side, to turn them to this expectation and dictation. Because quite honestly, they know that it's wrong, and they know that it will only be the downfall, and they are here to rise up, not to fall down. And more, you're going to see these beautiful light workers in whatever they do, whatever business they're in, and whatever calling has called them. They're going to be there for each other and for everyone else on the journey of self-discovery to step into their own higher consciousness. This conscious revolution right now is one of empathy and compassion. It's one of non-judgment and putting ourselves in the shoes of others. And if we see them suffer, we suffer. If we see them liberated, we are liberated. We saw, 11, 12 million people march throughout America, the No Kings, right? We've got King Charles of England speaking directly to this person running the country who thinks he's a king on the throne, basically saying, you're a lowlife, and what you're doing to your country is sinful. This is not what ruling is about. He wants to be a ruler. He wants to be a tyrant and a dictator like the ones that he worships. Hitler, Putin, all the ones that have gone before. Why do you think he's sided with Israel right now against Iran? The no war president? No. There's profit in war for his friends. That means there's kickbacks for him. He has made so much money since he's stepped into presidency, and any other president in the test of time has not even been allowed to accept a gift. He's openly accepted bribes. He's making everything that is wrong, everything that you're not allowed to do, he's doing and giving everyone the finger. Now, we could rise up with pitchforks. We could rise up in anger. And yes, we should be mad at it. It's disgraceful what is going on. Have you seen the concentration camps they're going to put people in? Beds in cages, right? No privacy, no nothing. Beds in cages where he's going to take all the immigrants. So I would like to take all the Republicans and all the people that voted for him, put them in there and say, okay, now you tell me. We'll take all the immigrants back because they're the backbone of the country. They're the ones that are the farmers, the builders. They're the ones that take the low jobs that Americans don't want to do because it's too hard and it pays too low. But there's an agenda behind what's going on. And that is to bring everyone down to a level of submission. If you're in your higher consciousness and you're out there looking out for other people and helping them rise up to a higher consciousness, you know that can't happen. It's a lower vibration. It's a non-conscious vibration. And it's one where people give up and give in and just become the whipping boys. We have to raise that consciousness in chorus, in orchestra, in unison, in love, in rebellion. We have to do this because that's the only way we're going to fight back. I say that you take every single Republican, especially ones that pass that big, beautiful, bloody bill, and every single one of them is on the news every night. You don't have Medicaid because of this person. You don't have pension because of this person. You don't have this because of this person, because they voted for it. They're not here working for the people as they're meant to. They're working for the big boy out of fear, out of kickbacks, feeling they're on the right side. No. Every single one of those people is going to feel what the wrong side is like. Yes, we have to hold them accountable. And that is showing them exactly the suffering they're causing, showing them that they have lied and cheated and gone against the word to put the people first, because that's what they were employed to do, to represent the people. Show them all the people that are going to die for this. Make them accountable for that. And I think if all Americans sued every Republican for voting this way, you'd probably see a different swing. See, I call that the conscious revolution, the conscious rebellion, because you're taking the people that have knowingly gone out to hurt others, knowingly gone and done it, and you're making them accountable. You're making them accountable for their actions. Now we know there's many people that he's put in place that are ignoramuses. They have no idea what they're doing. And you see over and over every day a panel of senators or people highly qualified, highly educated, pointing out to them this department or this bill or this, that, and they have no idea what the people are talking about, yet they're meant to be running that department. You have a president who doesn't even know what the Constitution is, or what the Declaration of Independence is. He's just got no clue. The only clue he has is, up in his ivory tower counting the next gold coin. And am I popular yet? He was even caught on camera saying to somebody that the Korean prime minister, president, his people bowed down to him. Yes, my lord, yes, my lord, yes, my lord. They do it out of fear, not out of respect. And just why can't his people do the same? Because no one respects him. Nobody values him. Only the people that gain from him do. And unfortunately, a few people that have been so brainwashed that they cannot see it. And mostly those people are people that are blaming everyone else for the misery in their life. It's everybody else's fault. And of course, how much is Obama's fault? I mean, Trump has such a hate for Obama. So anything Obama achieved, he wants to undo. This hate for everyone else and glory for him is coming from ignorance, is coming from being brainwashed, and is coming from people who are not taking accountability for their own lives and their own choices and their own decision. And when we step up to become accountable, when we step up to say, Okay, I didn't know, but now I know, and I have to do something about it. And not just, I remember it takes me back to a show I did on the Bosnian pyramids. And this guy, Sam, his last name is too long for me to remember and say, but you put Bosnian pyramids in selfdiscoverywisdom.com and the shows will come out. And he discovered a pyramid there that is ancient and one of the largest in the world. And when they went into it, they discovered incredible things that undid the theory on pyramids, history as we know it. And the scientists wouldn't have anything to do with it, even though there it is. Scientists from around the world came, tested the water, assessed the energy. Russia went back and duplicated the in a smaller version of the pyramid to look at the effects that it was having. Everything that came out of that, you had people go, no, 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 it's not true, it's not true. Because for them to have learnt one way and now to find out that that isn't the way or the only way, that there is something different, and for them to admit, well, perhaps we were wrong. That's the key of it. Perhaps we were wrong. Or I did not know this. In addition to what I know, this is fascinating what I've learned now. Instead, it's like, no, everything's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. And this is what we have with his followers right now. Everybody else is wrong because they're refusing to see what's in front of them until they need a doctor, until their senior parents can't get their pension, their social security, until the food prices are through the roof, the gas prices are through the roof because of all the tariffs, and until your pregnant wife who either has an ectopic pregnancy or something else go wrong and the doctor won't look after her for fear of being sued or losing their license. And then maybe they'll change their minds. Then I predict they'll turn against him. But in the meantime, while he's trying to turn everybody else, we have to fight back. Now, I'm in Canada and I'm fighting like hell for America. I have many, many, many colleagues in America. I love America. I wanted to live there and I had lived there for a while. But looking at what's going on right now, boy, do we need that higher consciousness. And it's not just America, we need it around the world. When you look at Iran and you look at Israel and you look at the Ukraine, you look at every country out there right now is going through something. And we need to raise that consciousness to understand what it is we need to do. I say, when you're aware, you care. When you care, you do something about it. This choosing not to be aware so you don't have to care and you don't have to take any action will come to bite you in the end. We cannot turn our heads away from what we see. We cannot turn our heads away from what we know. And we cannot deny that loving, compassion, empathy, and consideration is the foundation for love, and that love is the healer of all. God, universe, spirit, source, energy, whatever it is you choose to believe in, it's all a higher force, it's all a higher energy. And we need to tap into that. We need to rise up to that. As I said, we are seeing so many people now have stepped into that beautiful energy, that divine source of knowingness. And we're seeing it more and more. And we need to spread that consciousness more and more to others, to rise them up, to lift them up to this higher level, because they will be untouchable. They will be the people who will protect the others. They are the people that will turn the tide. This isn't going to come out with pitchforks. Accountability, yes. Taking up arms, no. The weapon we have is compassion, is empathy, kindness, consideration, common sense, and love. Those are the words that are our weapons right now. Approaching these people that are passing these bills, that are doing this harm, with common sense. Now, I know there are some people that you talk to, and common sense is in the next universe to them. It's about me, myself, and I. So what we have to do is reflect back to them how it affects them. Because in the moment, they see whatever they're doing is benefiting them. But when you show them the trickle-down effect, or how it's not going to benefit them a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, then maybe they start thinking differently. And maybe you're only planting a seed in their head because they go, no, 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 that's not me. That's not me. No, 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 I'm going to be all right. When we plant the seed in their doubt and they start seeing what's happening around them, that doubt grows. We can't go after the people that are so entrenched in the belief. We have to help the people that are caught in between, the people that they're targeting. And we have to help those people rise up. We have to help those people become. We have to help those people step into their higher consciousness. That is kindness, compassion, consideration, caring, sharing, uplifting, supporting, being there for one another. Now, I'm not saying you have to be there for every single soul in the world. You'll choose your orchestra. You'll choose your choir. These are people where you feel a synergy in energy. And this is the way you want to do it. You've decided this is your song and this is how you're going to produce it. Other people will choose a different song, or a different orchestra, or a different choir. Some people may even be soloists and they'll lead others. However it's to be done, nobody can turn a blind eye to this. We cannot turn a blind eye to what's going on because it starts in one country. It ends up escalating elsewhere. This didn't start in America. It's been going on for a long time in other countries. And one thought, never, ever, and ever would it happen to America. It's a sophisticated country. It's capitalism. It's opportunity. Land of the free. There isn't a free person in America now. Everybody has the threat of imprisonment of some kind or other. Free speech, they are literally, because they know there's a march coming up on the 4th, they are literally putting army and barricades in, ready for a fight. All these people, and that 11, 12 million the other day, came out in peace, came out with that higher consciousness. They're the ones that are weaponizing. So we have to fool them. The area that they thought you were going to go down a different area, take a different road, go around them. People are going to get hurt, unfortunately. In every revolution, people are going to get hurt. But in the end, when the revolution wins, when the rebellion is over and the consciousness has risen, you will see a world where common sense, dignity, respect, value of life, all life, planetary, animal, insect, plant, and human alike. And you will see a flourishing. Everything that's going on right now with all these dictators and dictator wannabes, all of this coming to a head. You see, when it was happening in other countries, it didn't affect you. But now it's happening in America, it's affecting everybody because he's making sure it does. He wants us to be the 51st state. Not going to happen. Fortunately, we have a very, very strong prime minister. The thing about it is, and this is something that we must not forget, they think they're in power and they can write as many decrees as they like and they can come out with the forces. But we, as human beings, appeal to the human in the uniform, the human that hopefully is still in government. We will win. We cannot turn a blind eye. I know you can't be looking at it 24/7 because it will eat you up. What you have to do is choose your platform. And this is what you're going to do, A, B, C, D. And this other time you're going to be doing this, something that nurtures and flourishes you. In your work, how can you support the people in your work that may be more victimized with what's going on? How can you form a support circle, support something that's going to help these people? See, there's always something we can do. It's just a question of getting our heads together and knowing what it is. You do need to take time to regroup and to revive and to remind yourself what a beautiful world and what a beautiful opportunity of life we have here. To look at our loved ones and to look at all that we've accomplished. And it's not about throwing our hands up in the air and going, oh no, give it all up. No, it's about balance. And part of that balance, the percentage of that balance, is making sure that you are stepping up and standing up and helping change things up for the people that are targeted. And to understand, if you don't stand up for them today, who's going to stand up for you tomorrow? Think on that. Our consciousness is turning up. We are becoming wiser. We're becoming more encompassing. We're stepping up more into those other dimensions of wisdom. And we're going to have more knowledge than we ever thought we had. Divine knowledge, knowledge we need in the knowingness. It means when we need to know it. More consciousness of how to work together, not be so divided. You see, rulers win when they divide and categorize everybody and put everybody in a little box with the lid on. Consciousness has no boxes. It has no lid. It cannot be contained. It has to be free. It has to flow, and it will constantly find a way out. So while they're busy trying to have you submit and be submissive, you stand up and you be righteous. You be righteous in your divine energy. Now, I don't mean Christian righteousness where it is, my God is more important than your God, and your gaze of God doesn't love you, your color person doesn't love you. None of that crap. That's the division. The righteousness is stepping into what you know what is right, what you know to be right in your consciousness, in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. And you know you can't turn a blind eye. You know you have to step up, even if it's to help one person. Imagine if everybody helped just one person. Think on that. Everybody helped one person. And that one person that God helped now turn and help somebody else. Everybody just did that. Not tomorrow, today. If everybody did that. It's about empowerment, folks, not power. Collectively, you have the power because you are empowering each other. You are enlightening each other. You are rising each other up to a level of a consciousness that they can't touch. So please, 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 rise up. Really feel it in your heart and soul. Feel it in your gut that it's churning. You know what's going on is wrong. And if you don't step up, it can be you. And then who's standing up for you? Raise your consciousness. Is it right? No? Then stand up. Put it right. Because if it's wrong and it's hurting people and people are suffering for it, and the few, the demigods, and the many are suffering because of them, you have to put it right. In the history of human beings, anybody that's risen to the top through tyranny, through war, through violence, through control, has fallen. Everyone. None of them live forever. And although they're using social media as propaganda, we can use social media for truth. You can form groups. Now, if you're not living in America, and you're traveling to America, they will look at your Instagram. And if you've said anything against them, they can throw you in jail. Fact, it's happened. People are scared. So don't travel to America. But if you're in America, flood all your social medias with positivities, with accurate information. No sensationalism, folks. That's what he sells. You got to come back to it with fact. You got to come back to it with passion. You've got to come back to with invitation. Every single person puts something out there that's just happened and the ripple effect it will have and who's accountable for it. As I said, for everybody that voted for it. Don't go after him. Go after all the minions to follow him. Put a picture up on your social media of your Republican that voted for Medicaid to be gone. Put a picture of all the people that passed that judgment that women who are pregnant can't get help in hospitals. Put a picture of the people that passed that veterans now, apparently, if they're not married, can't get support. Put a picture of every law that's been passed that is detrimental to your country and to your people, and put a picture up of the people that were behind it and voted for it, and keep those pictures circulating. We don't want people going out there killing them. We don't want people going out there causing any violence. This is a peaceful protest. It's an accountability protest. It's a conscious rebellion. We have to make the people that have done this and supported this accountable. And that means their face needs to be out there and they need to answer to the people. No guns, no pitchforks, no none of that, please. We do not support violence, but we do support accountability. This is like Mama Bear saying, you did what? Not only are you going to apologize, but you're going to put it right. That's what we need right now. That's what we need right now. That kind of common sense. And Mama love. Because in the end, it's all about love. Can you love yourself and what you're doing? Can they love themselves knowing what they've done? But if we don't know who they are, every day put a face out there and the law that they pass. All the people that have written the laws, put a face out there with the law and keep it circulating. Let these people be known for the cowards they are. And let them be accountable to the people they're hurting. Conscious rising, conscious rebellion, conscious revolution. Raise our conscious, hold accountable, and be that chorus, be that orchestra. Unite together with love, common sense, accountability, and the turning of the page. We know what they've done wrong, but we also can give them advice on how to put it right. We can't sit back and watch, folks. We can't. So I know I get a bit heated about this. And my kids say, but my mum, you're in Canada. I said, well, not only the attackers being here in Canada, because I'm for humanity. And I cannot stand to see what the Israeli president is doing over Gaza, Trump wanting to make it a new golf course, and the people can all go, he's just looking to annihilate Iran now. This is all in favor of Israel. What's Israel doing for America? What's America doing for Israel? It's all patting each other on the back. But who pays for the price? How many millions of people pay the price? How many people have to suffer for these egos? For these little boys who just want more and more and more and more, because the more I have, the bigger I am. No, the smaller you are. These are not mighty people. These are little people having a temper tantrum, and they're going to make sure other people hurt to get what they want. We need some mama common sense here. So please raise that consciousness. It could be you. How would you feel in that position? How are you going to feel with what he's imposed upon you? Have you watched The Handmaid's Tale and what they propose? And do you think that it couldn't happen? They're making it happen with Project 25 right now. Are you going to push back? Are you going to make them accountable? Are you going to speak empathy, kindness, and consideration? And look out for your neighbor, look out for the people that are repressed. Even just stand tall with each other and say, no, not me. No, not me. Push back. Understand they will push back with violence. Watch the Netflix movie Civil War. They will push back with violence. You have to outsmart them, outplay them, and then you will win. Conscious rebellion, conscious revolution. Let's really ignite it. Let's give it its power. Let's stand up for the oppressed. Let's stop all this nonsense and let's set the world straight. It's about peace. It's about kindness, about caring and lovingness. There's enough for everybody if we share. There's enough for everyone to grow and thrive if we care. And there's enough for everyone to rise up to a higher plane if they choose to. So until next time, folks, give peace a chance. But we do have to fight for it. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.